Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the show. It's your girl Natasha Molina, and today we're going to be chatting with none other than Bodine, who went from being Miss Puerto Rico to recording artist practically overnight. She's going to tell us a little bit about her journey. Here she is. Bodine, how are you?
Hi, Natasha. Thank you so much for having me in today's show. I'm super excited to talk a little bit about everything and about this whole journey of being in this musical industry, which is literally a roller coaster for the last 3 years. So I can't wait to share.
Yes, I can't wait for you to tell us a little bit more because although, like I said, it might seem like it was practically overnight that you went from being Miss Puerto Rico and pageants and fashion shows and everything to being a recording artist. It was actually a long time in the making. From a very young age, you knew that you had a passion for the arts and you were classically trained in things such as ballet, piano, composition, and I believe even singing. So tell us a little bit about how this was for you early on.
Yeah, I mean, I went to the conservatorium in San Juan, Puerto Rico for a musical composition. I've been always been working on my piano and my writing skills and all of that cool stuff. I went to New York and I worked as a model for a long time. Before that, I did participated in a pageant locally in Puerto Rico. But during that time, I've always been producing and creating sound. My first single that was released 2 years ago, Solo Pa Mi, really determined personally to pursue my career in the music industry because it actually did pretty well, which was great for the team. So we took a little break because of the pandemic and everything that happened during COVID was, it was such a bummer. But at the same time, I'm a person that likes to really focus on the positive. And during that time, we just decided to recreate our team and focus on what we want to serve in terms of like visuals and sound. So we took our time to really polish that and put that together. And now finally we are ready to to really deliver our first single, Estar Aqui, with our official music video.
Yes, we're so excited. We're going to get into talking to about that in just a little bit. But since you already brought up, your viral single Solo Pa Mi, let's talk a little bit about this song, like in more depth. Tell us a little bit about what this song meant for you, the fact that it went viral and the story behind it.
Yeah, I mean, I was working on some indie stuff with some other producers and songwriters that I started working with, and then little by little, I got to meet this awesome producer called Develop and Odd Liquor from Spain, and they proposed to me this record, this song, this beat, and immediately it was such a hit at the studio. It was like, oh, solo pa mi, but it just came out so naturally. And when things come natural, I feel that that's when it really happens. So yeah, the record came out, and then we did a record after that, and it did pretty well. But then, pandemic hits, and it was really a moment to rethink and revisit what I really wanted as an artist. And I realized that, okay, this is all very cool, but I definitely would love to bring a different concept to the table. And for that, I needed to get a new team.
Yeah.
And we finally, well, it took me some time to find the correct people for that because that's not easy. And finding the right producers and right creative directors for it. I think now we're in a place that we have a new body of work that we can't wait to share because it's definitely 100% authentic me.
We love that. I'm so happy for you, honestly. And from what I've heard, you're still reinventing your sound. So with this new single that has, just dropped or is about to drop, Estar Aqui, which I am absolutely loving. It's very unique. I feel like it fits you perfectly. It's you reinventing your sound and continuing to develop your sound. So I wanted to get into talking a little bit about that and the concept behind it.
Yeah, it's definitely a process that the only way you can find that and discover that is, you need to be in the studio and you need to be working your ass off to find that sound that suits you the best and where you can like dominate and feel the best as. and I decided that whole year to explore different genres. So definitely like the stuff that is coming next, it's completely different and a new twist, sorry, but I feel that this is a good start to let people digest visually and sound wise with what we're gonna be serving. But definitely this whole year we took the time to find, it's very important to know what you want to talk about as an artist too. You know, you need to know what you want to express, what you want to connect with. And I think all those little details we've been able to really discover and to find and puzzle them together to make it happen.
Yeah. And the visuals for this new song is so incredible. It's very creative, very unique. So I wanted you to tell us a little bit about Planet Bodine. And I guess tying into that is the amazing look that you have sitting before us today. So let's talk about Planet Bodine.
Yeah, I mean, Planet Bodine is definitely my new era and my new moment right now in music and visual. You know, it's like, it's kind of trendy of what's going on. People are asking themselves, oh, are we really the only people in the universe, you know, out there? Is there something else? Is it possible, etc.? And I think that today everything is possible. And the idea was really to bring that to life, you know, bring that to real life, that fantasy of like elves and alien and avatar, whatever you want to call it, bring that to life. And I think that aesthetic is, the approach also is to really bring fashion also to the, you know, this part of the industry with my stuff. But yeah, I'm not scared of looking weird or different. Like, you know, I feel the most beautiful when my music is going how I want. That's how the prettiest I feel as a woman. And so visually, I wasn't scared to like, oh, bleach my eyebrows, just put these ears on. Hey, do this, do that. And I think it's going to be like a growing process into this character that we're putting together.
Okay, that's very interesting. So it is going to be an ongoing character then in your upcoming music as well?
Yeah, I think like for the next stuff, we're going to bring it to a different level.
Mhm.
And little by little, we, you know, in the process, you will find more and more what you want to really bring to the table. So I think for next stuff after this, there's gonna be gossip for sure. So let's see how that goes.
Deja que todo el mundo habla. It doesn't matter because, again,
Exactly.
like you said, you're happiest doing you and you feel the most
Yeah,
comfortable. That is the most beautiful message that anybody can hear. So I'm happy that you shared that, you know, with me and with everybody who's going to be seeing this as well. Because as long as, you know, everybody's happy with what they're doing, that's all that really matters.
true. Yeah.
Yes. So Bodine, what I think is like very interesting and I love about you is that there's so much culture that you grew up around. You were born in Amsterdam, you have a Dutch father, born to a Dominican mother. And then again, like you mentioned before, you spent a lot of time in San Juan, Puerto Rico, and then New York, as well as other places. So I was wondering, how do you feel these cultures have influenced you over time in both your personal life, your music especially?
Yeah, I mean, it's a mix of everything really. And I feel actually lucky that I got that opportunity and that going in my life. But really, you know, Puerto Rico is such a base, such a beautiful base for music. Like there's so much going on there sonically. They're great producers, they're great songwriters, great artists. Like it's incredible. It's like an infinity loop, an infinity pool of like incredible artists. And I could say the same thing from Holland and Amsterdam. They're great producers, songwriters, and also artists. And it's such an influential market worldwide too, you know, from electronic music even to reggaeton, which is super great. And having the opportunity that right now in my production base, having both worlds emerging, it's just really cool. You know, I'm working with a lot with young Felix, who is like a super awesome producer from Amsterdam, but I'm also working with like super fire artists from Puerto Rico and actually also from like Colombia, Mexico, like a little bit everywhere, Latin American um, world. So that is just so cool to have both worlds. And I think that that is something that we're going to project definitely in our sound these coming years.
Oh my God, I'm so excited to hear the way that you continue to fuse all of your cultures together. Really quick, Bodine, we need you to put us on to some of your favorite artists, whether they're Latin, whether they're artists from Holland, just put us on to who you're listening to right now.
Yeah, of course, I love, there are a lot of female artists that are hitting it hard right now, you know, like I love that Caliucci is willing to take all the risk of the world. I want to give a big shout out to Viana Antiano from Puerto Rico. She's a queen. And, you know, and I love Busy from Amsterdam, from Holland, and producer Young Felix. I want to give a shout out also to my personal producers because they're amazing. Black 95 and Zay. So yeah, I think these artists, there's so many artists going on right now. And what I like is that these artists are just giving an opportunity to new sounds in the industry. And that is something that we want to do also.
Yes, we love that. Thank you so much for putting us on to some of your favorite artists, Bodine. Now, really quick, I want to give you the floor to just give a quick message to your fans and even people who are new and just learning about you and your music.
Yes. Hey guys, I'm Bodine, and please listen to my music. You can look me up on Instagram and TikTok, Bodiners. And I just want to invite you to my planet so you can rock some awesome music.
Welcome to Planet Bodine, everybody. Estar Aqui is out now, available on all streaming platforms, so make sure you check her out. Thank you so much for joining us today, Bodine. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. Un beso.